About what?
About your comic.
Since you didn't do it here.
Come on.
Come on. You have to breathe heavily on your shoulder.
Do you want to wear my hat on top of your hat?
She doesn't like the character with cosplay.
I started my run in January, so I'm still kind of new to this. The first one I read actually wasn't featured here today. It was by Ara. He did a pearl run and a black run, and I don't think I've ever found one artist with so much gender confusion for their main character.
Oh, yeah, Ara. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ara. He owes me art.
It's probably because he changed his gender for the first comic, but
Yeah.
it's actually like he changes it back to male, and it's the same main character in the second one. Still hasn't been explained.
You can do a lot of interesting
trans.
things.
Yeah.
He's trans.
And then I read Petties and Shoelaces, and I just kind of found leeway into pretty much everyone else that was featured here today. And I started my own basically because I was ignoring my homework. I mean, after I started my homework, of course. Mine is just Bruce Wayne's Platinum Nuzlocke. I started it because I've never played a 4th gen game, and I honestly despise the region. It's made me like it a bit more, and like some of the Pokemon, not all of them. And I'm currently, I just finished Eternicity, and I'm in the process of going to Hearthroom. My updates sometimes take a while, and it's just, all my Pokemon are named after Batman characters. Spoiler, my first death was Jason Todd. Yep, comic continuity laughs at me. I don't really know what else to say. You're playing a DS thing?
Yeah, we both have.
I'm not playing. I wasn't just playing. I promise.
But
It wasn't me.
does anybody have any questions? Just raise your hand and we'll call on you.
You!
Has there ever been a Nuzlocke with no deaths?
Yes.
Yes.
You pretty much either overgrind to infinity or you are really damn lucky.
When I did my speedrun of gold, I didn't get a death until the radio tower, and I was really mad because it was an explosion death, and I'm like,
I remember one of my deaths happened in Fire Red. I forgot that Coffins had levitate, and I used a Doug Trio. And it exploded on me. That was, which one was it? Hannah, the Zubat. She was just about to become a Golbat. That's usually, that's another thing that happens.
like,
It's like in movies when you say you only have 2 days till retirement.
in my first run, like crystal run, I had this Togepi, and I grinded it up like you know, switching it out and stuff so it could level up and like metronome, because I love metronome. So
But then
of course,
sometimes you get explosion.
So of course, hold on, hold on, I'm not there yet. So this Togepi, like I go into the cave and there's a Sandshrew there. I'm like, I'm gonna use Togepi because it's my lowest level. So it decides it's gonna use Solar Beam. And I was like, thanks! We're in a cave, I don't even know how you do this. There's no And then I went into the Elix Forest, and I forget what was there, but it killed that too. And then it exploded, and I was like, I don't even care, good riddance! It was my first death ever in a Nuzlocke challenge, and I felt super bad because I didn't feel bad. I just felt bad. I was like, screw this. Dumb.
My Togepi and Heart Gold use special reds. The first metronome.
That's
That's the Palkia specialist.
Yeah, and sometimes you can get judgment if you're lucky.
That's same for me. I'm currently raising a Togepi for the first time in my Heart Gold run. I have gotten Spatial Rend, Roar of Time, Judgment, Sacred Fire.
And the explosion is coming right up.
Exploded.
You're gonna get exploded.
I deleted Metronome. I knew it was coming. Never keep it, honestly, no matter how good it is.
I'm sorry, it's Emerald one. Any tips or anything?
What's your starter?
Mudkip.
Then you shouldn't have a problem with the first gym.
Yeah, and make sure that you get that ground typing before you get to Watson.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's going to rape your ass.
I remember.
What?
Oh yeah. Wait. We have one.
I'm sorry, I came here a little late. What was this panel about?
This is the Pokemon Hard Mode Challenge, also known as the Nuzlocke Challenge.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna throw it. I'll give it to you after we get down here.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't want to like throw it. I feel like I'm bad or something.
Alright.
So
Hello, what's up?
Jerrykin.
So a few months ago, I tried the Nuzlocke challenge on, I think Ruby, and I somehow lost the first fight against my rival.
that happened.
So I want to ask: is it reasonable that I consider this to be a bad omen for any future runs?
What was it? The shortest. What one was that? Who did that?
Neon Light did a comic, and it's called The Shortest Sapphire Run Ever. And the first comic is him using his Pokemon and losing to his rival battle, and he ended it there. And then he did a longer one. So it's the shortest Sapphire Run ever, followed by a longer one. And now he has one like the shortest.
I thought it was Leaf Green first because
Oh, it's Leaf Green first.
Yeah, I was like, the Sapphire Run's still going.
Yeah, and now he lost the first battle. Like if you lose the first battle, you can either be lame and just restart from the saving before it, or you can just start it over again and just go with the flow.
I find it like for me, it's like, oh well, I'm not going to use that starter again.
You should pay attention to what types you're not good with. It's kind of a thing on the forums that Petty is bad with birds. And she keeps trying to raise them, and they keep dying.
I remember in Pearl, I had a Luxio. I made it to Crasher Wake's gym. I then forgot that Barboge was part ground. And that was how I lost that one. Then I finally so I'm like, okay, well fine, I can still use a Pachidi, so that's not that great, but hey, whatever. And then that one died in Iron Island. I was like, okay, I guess I'm not putting an electric type in my team. It doesn't want me to have one.
I had the Sableye, and a lot of people liked my Sableye. It wore like shades, and I named it Shades because I was original. And it was like super cool, and then it died, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Everyone's going to hate me. So I'm like, oh, well, in the comics leading up to his death, I'll try and get my my Ninjask to be super cool, right? Because like he hadn't been really doing much, and I'm like, oh well, maybe if I bring him in the spotlight more. So like, then he died. I was like, okay.
So we have any more questions? The girl in black.
So speaking of how he apparently had the Nuzlocke, like if someone actually wrote a Nuzlocke challenge of someone losing the first thing, is there any point where people will get really far in the game? Like, maybe not Elite Four because you can still make an ending like that epic, but
Yeah, I did that.
You're just going to get to like the final gym. You're not even in the final gym, but you're just kind of like wandering through the grass, and suddenly like 10 explosions all at once.
Yeah, you can. Usually, if you have stuff in the box.
Tate's Run.
Tape? Yeah, Tate's Run did that. Usually, if you like make it that far and your explosions everywhere, usually if you still have stuff in the box, you take them out and you use them. Because
Unless you don't want to.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes you're just like, well, everything was level 40, and the only things I have in the box are level 18.
Well, we have to finish up now. So if anybody has any other questions, we'll be outside and you can ask us then. So.
Or you can come to my table in Artist Alley. I'll be there.
Well, and we'll be wandering around all day, so if you guys want the cards with the URL, and if you didn't get one, we'll have them as well. So have a great rest of the con, guys.
seriously worried. Am I gonna get my shinks back?